What is up, fellow football lovers? Big clash taking place this weekend in the Serie A, the 26th of November. The Derby d'Italia, Juventus, FC Inter Milan, the Allianz Arena. Let's get into it. The last time these two sides met was on the 26th of April last season in the Coppa Italia. I think it was the semi-final. Inter came into this one looking fairly strong. First leg ended, I think it was 1-1. Both sides scoring. Obviously, Inter now are thinking, okay, you know what, we've got an away goal. We're looking good. But they opened the scoring very early in the 15th minute, courtesy of Federico Di Marco. It's a great passing move from Inter. They move the ball around from the left wing to the center, and Barella threads the ball through the eye of a needle, getting to the end of Di Marco between all of those Juventus bodies, and Di Marco just finishes. It is a fantastic goal, and Inter just see it out. The match ending 1-0 on the night at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, and 2-1 to Inter on aggregate. Juve, a disappointing season for them. Obviously, if they had managed to win the Coppa Italia, it may have salvaged their season, but they ended the season trophyless, while Inter ended up winning the Coppa Italia, which was just sublime for them, and making it to the Champions League final too. Inter actually had a very good season, while Juve is not that great. The last 5 matches for the Bianconeri have been 5 wins out of 5. It is fantastic to see Juve back at it, competing where they should be competing. Their last match being a 2-1 victory over Cagliari. Now, Juve have kind of been squeezing out results, and it's evident from the top scorers list in the Serie A. Dusan Vlahovic is somewhere mid-table with just 4 goals and a single assist. So it's very likely that he will be the player to score for Juve because he is their top scorer right now. But even so, Juve need to be grinding out more. They need to be playing a bit more fluid football, a bit more attacking football. I think right now the focus has been on keeping things solid in the center. Player who does that, Adrian Rabiot. It's a goal and 2 assists for him. I expected Rabiot to jump ship after Juve were notified that they would not be taking part in any UEFA competitions this season, but his loyalty shone through, and he decided to stay at the Old Lady, and he has performed quite well. Rabiot is the kind of player where if you need him the most, he just somehow steps up. He gets those goals, but only when it is just completely desperate for Juve. And finally, I want to talk Wojciech Szczesny. Now, the thing about Szczesny is right now, he's the player or the goalkeeper with the second most clean sheets in the Serie A. It's 10 clean sheets for him so far. That is fantastic for Wojciech Szczesny. It just goes to show this season Juve were all about keeping it tight. And Szczesny has been so solid for them between the sticks. It must be such a boon for the players in front of him to know that they've got a reliable shot stopper between the sticks. Next up, FC Internazionale, aka Inter Milan. An identical record to Juve, a clean sweep. 5 wins out of 5 for the Nerazzurri in their last 5 matches. Their last match being a 2-0 victory against Frosinone. A player who's been leading the way for Inter this season is Lautaro Martinez. 14 goals and a single assist. Complete contrast to Dusan Vlahovic at Juventus. Lautaro is so dynamic and so flexible up front, able to be an out-and-out number 9, but also play slightly deeper in as a second striker. And I think there was a lot of questions asked when we knew that Romelu Lukaku was leaving Inter. But his replacement, Marcus Thuram, has struck up just as good chemistry with Lautaro as Lukaku did. It is 5 goals and 5 assists for Thuram so far this season for Inter. But I think just knowing that Thuram came into the squad as a new boy, and he's able to fit in so well, I think it speaks volumes about the team that has been assembled at the Giuseppe Meazza. These are players who are just so good and so flexible that they can just fit in. But it also goes to show that Simeone Inzaghi found the perfect replacement to Lukaku in Marcus Thuram. And lastly, I want to talk Calhanoglu. Now, it's 6 goals and an assist for him. He's actually the second highest goal scorer for Inter right now. What I like about Calhanoglu is he is a midfielder with an attacking spice to him. Calhanoglu gives you so much going forward. He can pick out a pass. He can run it I would say, fairly decent speed. He can dribble through defenders. Creatively, he's fantastic, but he can finish as well. And I think his job will be dealing with a Juve defense that has been quite stubborn this season. Okay, on to the head-to-head. So this is one of those fixtures that is also just so perfectly poised. The last 5 fixtures between these two sides have been 2 wins for Juve, 1 draw, and 2 wins for Inter. Split right down the middle. You also got to take note that Juve are second in the Serie A with 29 points. Inter are at the summit, 2 points ahead of the Bianconeri on 31 points. So it's a meeting between first and second for who will stay or who will be knocked off top spot. Again, we got to talk about the players between the sticks. While I did say that Wojciech Szczesny is the player with the second most clean sheets in the Serie A, the player with the most is actually Jan Sommer at Inter Milan with 12 clean sheets. So there as well is a bit of a head-to-head clash. This combination between Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram has just reaped so much success for the Nerazzurri. Inter are looking so difficult to deal with when they go forward. They just sort of overwhelm you with numbers, and it's actually scary because football is 11 versus 11. 10 outfielders versus 10 outfield players. But with Inter, they always seem to have a spare man. And it just goes to show how, even defending, they seem to have a spare player. Everybody is so willing to run for one another. Their stamina is just on a different level. Juve have an advantage, though. They're only playing in the Serie A this season. I think they are in the Coppa Italia, so it's just domestic duty for the Bianconeri this season. No UEFA competition, while Inter are still in the Champions League. So I think Juve will be focusing just on the Serie A right now. The Coppa Italia would be nice if Juve are perhaps in 3rd or 4th spot in the Serie A. But right now, I think the priority is definitely the Serie A. Juve are squeezing out goals, squeezing out results. But again, I want to just focus on the fact that offensively, I think Inter are better. But defensively, even though Sommer has more clean sheets, I think Juve seem like they're more compact. They're defending as a unit. However, I would like to say that Juve, I think centre-back wise, we're so used to seeing players like Barzagli and Chiellini and Bonucci at the heart of the Juve defense, and I don't see those players now. The best centre-backs I see are actually at Inter. We're talking Acerbi, we're talking Bastoni, De Vrij. I think Skriniar has left now, but I think he's at PSG, but he as well. Fantastic centre-backs. I think Juve are just lacking there. I think Inter are going to edge this one out as well. I think a draw is very likely here. Let me just get that out of the way. A draw is very, very likely. I'm actually 50-50 split on a draw or an Inter Milan win. But one thing I have to stress, I do not see Juve winning this one. They may have gotten a very good result against AC Milan earlier on, but I don't think they're going to get it against Inter. So actually, I'm going to say both teams to score here. But I think that Inter will just edge it out. Actually, no, I don't think both teams will score. I think going forward, Juve are still lacking a little bit. So I'm actually going to go Inter to win by 2 goals here. 2-0 to Inter. I just think they have a bit too much going forward. I think Juve are still looking a little unstable at the back. Maybe just giving me a bit of, I wouldn't say PTSD, but just a bit of apprehension when looking at the squad. Because Juve have the potential to be something, but I don't see players who can turn a match on its head at Juve. Whereas with Inter, I see about 4 or 5. I see Mkhitaryan, I see Calhanoglu, I see Marcus Thuram, I see Lautaro Martinez. And then you look at the bench as well, and Inter have more than enough players they can bring off the bench to make a difference as well. I think they've got Arnautovic as well now, and Alexis Sanchez. So I think Inter just have a more solid team all around, and that's why I think Inter are going to edge this one out. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.